So today in this video, I'm going to give you a market update and going to go over the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the small caps plus the VIX. I'm going to go over sector rotation and industry rotation as well, where the money or institutions are rotating their money, and also a few charts, okay, today. So other than that, welcome back to fellow speculators, to the Speculator's Edge, where super performance begins and opportunities await. I'm your host, Louis Berg. Today will be, it's not really an interesting day, but I'll show you on the charts here in just a minute. Before we do that, before we do dive in, please subscribe if you haven't already. You can click on the TSC logo on the bottom right hand corner of this video, which only shows up on PC, but if you have, if you're on your phone or tablet or whatever, click on the subscribe button up above, okay? Like the video, leave a comment, whatever. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to help you. So other than that, thank you again for your support, and we'll go ahead and get a move on. And first thing that we'll do is we'll go over the chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and we can see that we're still in this uptrend here. So we're barely getting up to that 50-day moving average. It did pass with the high today, touch that the 10-day moving average, but did get up there to the 50-day moving average. Okay, so closing right there, practically on that 50-day moving average. That's good to see with the Dow. Okay, so maybe we can get a pump up and move past that 20-day moving average. Maybe tomorrow, maybe within a few days from now. Okay, so we'll see. We'll take it day by day. I usually don't look at the indices when I'm trading during the day, through the day, because it has a tendency, it can scare you out, because it actually doesn't allow you to capture opportunity. Okay, so you want to just look through charts and go through the stocks themselves, because that's where the opportunity's at. The markets, just because the markets have a bad day doesn't mean that all stocks have a bad day. Most do, but not all. And you can find those little gems that are popping up that are showing some strength, so that's a good thing to do. Okay, so other than that, this is the S&P 500. We are still in that uptrend. Had a beautiful day yesterday, up, and now we're shooting close to all-time highs here at 4,257. It made a high at 4,255, so we're on the brink of all-time highs with that one. Okay, that's good to see. That's really good to see. Matter of fact, before I do move on to the NASDAQ, I do want to talk about a few things that are happening right now with my ratios. The uptrend, my uptrend pressure did increase today 2 times actually what yesterday brought. So not necessarily too much of a concern, but it is still a concern with with that pressure on the uptrends in these stocks. You don't want to see that, but maybe the ratio will get a slack, will slack off by the end of this week, and we'll see what happens. So that'll be good if it does. If it does increase, and that means that we got more pressure going, on these uptrends. Also, the all-time highs list did increase, and it increased from yesterday. So that's a good thing to see. We want to see those new highs in stocks, in a lot of stocks happening. Let's see here, the accumulation distribution, according to my math. With that, there was a light accumulation day today. I don't care to see that. I would rather see a heavy accumulation compared to distribution. Okay, so I'd rather see more demand or more buying than than the selling or supply coming into the market. But it was weak. The accumulation was weak, but it was still above the distribution. Okay, so there was still more buying than what there was selling. That's good, but like I said, I'd rather see it. I'd rather see it on up there. The other thing that I noticed too was that the activity, my activity ratio, there's still high volume in this market. Okay, which gives room to volatility. So you still got to be really cautious, be selective as to what you're picking. It was a really good trading day for me today. Yeah, made some good money. But You just got to know what to do, okay? And I'm not taking huge risks. Manage my risk very well, and not only that, I'm position sizing accordingly to that. Okay, but other than that, there was one other thing there that I can't think of. Anyway, if it comes to my head, it'll come. Okay, so I'm a little tired right now, but you know, it is what it is. So. Okay, so the SPX, like I said, we're shooting close to those those all-time highs. Hopefully, we can get up there by maybe tomorrow, or even even by the end of this week. But you know, it may pull back, pull back to this 10-day tomorrow, or the 20, and then you know shoot off. I don't know. You know, you never know. So this is like you know a crap game, trying to tell, like trying to predict where the market's here, where the price is going to go. You know, you don't necessarily know. But with this right here, I mean, we could possibly encroach new highs. Okay, we're already encroached it, but I think maybe we could blast past it. Okay, we'll see what happens. Let's go on to the NASDAQ here. The NASDAQ, we're still, oh yeah, NASDAQ shooting all-time highs right here, and that's what we want to see. This is excellent. This is where the money. This is where the money's at right here. Okay, and like I've been calling for the past 2 weeks, into rotation has been going technology. Within technology, the industry, software. Okay, some semiconductors have been picking up. This is good to see where we're at with these highs. This is awesome. Okay, so the other sector is healthcare. Within that sector, the industries, we're looking at pharmaceuticals, biotechnology. These are high volatile stocks, okay? They're very volatile. They can move in price direction either way dramatically. That's what that means, okay? They can run wild, and they can make you a lot of money just due to that, especially IPOs, you know, certain IPOs. If the company's been out for 50 days and you can see that 50-day moving average, you know, you can make a lot of money on those stocks if you know what you're doing, okay, with that. But this is good to see. This is what we want to see. We want to see these high growth names. So there is movement there is money being put into growth stocks. Okay, so kind of rotating from growth to value. Okay, or I mean from value stocks to growth stocks. So more of those high volatile names, your biotechs, your software semis, pharmaceuticals, stuff like that. Instead of like banks, going into value stocks, the cyclical stocks, stuff like that, more like, what was coming alive during the, steel, aluminum, stocks like that. Okay. So it's starting to rotate into those growth names. That's good to see. That's what we want to see right here. So maybe we might get a little pullback to the 10-day. Other than that, I mean, this is still in a very strong uptrend, short-term wise, and also long-term, but short-term right here, boom. So we're still moving along. I mean, good to see. More money, okay? Other than that, let's go look at the small caps here. Small caps, what we have here with the small caps, we did have a decent day within here. I'd rather it close above that 20 and the 10-day, but it did encroach the 20, past the 20, and looks like the highs even past the 10-day. So other than that, I mean, let me do this. I'll put up a 3-month chart real quick, and we can see that real quick. Okay, so it touched the 20-day, didn't even move past the 10. Okay. So it is what it is. Maybe we can get a move on this week and get past that 20 and that 10 and kind of, close up here. If not, it starts dipping down here. We can expect it back down to these lows right here at around 1,328, okay? So, I mean, it is what it is. That's why you take it day by day when trading. Let's go look at the volatility index. Did slack off again today. Looks like we're heading for new lows here. Don't know that, but possibly so. It could form that, another bottom right here, and then could get volatile, really volatile from there. Don't know, but anyway, so we'll see. High volume equals volatility. Like I said, with my ratio, that activity ratio, it can get it can get pretty dangerous. So other than that, let's go ahead and move on to a market update here. Let's go look at the sector rotation. So technology stocks still doing really well. Industrial stocks doing, or industrial sector doing good as well. Still, healthcare still, financial still, discretionary still. I mean, so this is still a pretty broad rotation within this market, which is okay. That's probably what you want to see. I mean, you want to see more into technology and healthcare, of course, but broad is okay. There's, you know, money being spread out here and more buying opportunity. Okay, so that's good. That's a good thing to see. So let's go look at the industries. What industries are strong here? Software, of course. A little bit of pharma. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. So business support services, some business training, agencies, biotechs, of course, banks still. Okay, so that's where you want to be swimming. So you want to be swimming in the technology still with the software industry, and healthcare with biotechnology, and of course financial with banks. Okay, that's where the money is going. Okay, that's where the institutions are buying into, are those right there. So let's go ahead and just move on. We'll go over a couple of charts here that I like. Plug PLUG, which is Plug Power Technology Renewable Energy Equipment. These guys here, okay, let me point this out. I traded this stock back here in 2020, right here on this cup and handle. It was trading around 450 or so, and I wish I would have held on to this stock because yeah, you know, it went up nearly 15 times or 16 times. Where I, you know, bought within less than a year. I missed. Nah, I can't believe. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes. You know, it is what it is. So, but anyway, this one's coming back out of this base right here. This is a nice, really deep base, but it doesn't really matter right here because this is putting in work. And it's coming off that 50-day moving average right now with some heavy volume. You can see that you do have some accumulation, quite a bit of accumulation or buying from institutions down here. Okay, that, you know, it surpassed that 200-day, but we still have a lot of volume coming in right here, and good demand. We do have a decrease in volume right here, and we're busting out right here above that 34, well, close to that $34.38. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets past it tomorrow, so pay attention to that. This is a pretty strong day. It's hard to buy into those types of days, but with this market right now, how volatile it is, it could really blast up by tomorrow. But other than that, I mean, if you're going to take the trade, you know, just manage your risk appropriately, and that means, you know, put a pretty tight leash on it, more like, you know, 5 to 6%, if you want, even 3%. Like I said, don't get scared to be stopped out. It is what it is. You can always enter in back in the trade again. Okay, always trade it again. I've traded stocks 3-4 times. One like AMD, I traded that one back in 2020. I think in, like, you know, April or May, I traded that stock, I don't know how many, like 3 or 4 times, and I finally got it right. I got my timing right, and it went up 40% in like 4 days or something of that nature. So I mean, you know, it's not bad to try again and again on a stock. I mean, you know, the fundamentals have to be right, and the price, of course, just has to look right. It has to show those, you know, the pattern characteristics. Has to be in a good base, you know, in one of the lower bases, and you know, in that stage 2 uptrend, and just, you know, curving around that 50-day moving average or even the 20-day moving average, and, you know, kind of just getting that putting in that work, you know, what I call work. And that's just where a stock, you know, moves. It moves up. It forms this right here on the left side of the base, and then it just starts working itself up. Kind of dips down here in staircase fashion, moves up right here, just like that, and then it comes back down, moves up. That's what I call work, okay? And it's working, you know, off these moving averages. So there's a lot of buying, you know. But other than that, just be cautious when you enter in on this trade. It looks good, probably up, you know, past the $34.38 tomorrow. Don't know that, not for sure. It could pull back and could blast past the $28.40 area right here. And if it does, guess what? That stock's no good. You best get away. But anyway, yeah, plug looks good here. FUTU, FUTU. I like this stock right here as well. I was going to buy today, but I got a little bit busy. It is hitting super pivots right here, all along right here. It's eating up a lot of resistance. Okay, this stock has been a breadwinner. I've traded this stock a couple of times as well, and I missed the proverbial train on this breakout right here and on this breakout right here, but you know, I didn't trade it then. I had a lot of things going on though at that time too, so it did pop up and I watched it, of course, just blast off. So it is what it is. Things happen, so what? But this one still has a really good chance of blasting off right here. It's creating this double bottom kind of with this handle right here. You know, already surpassing some major pivot points. It's pretty hard to see, but right here at these closes right here, that's a lot of resistance, and of course it's blowing past that today, so that's good to see. If you take this trade tomorrow or whatever, if you're watching this video and you take this trade, you know, place your stop right here around 142.40, $142.40. That's where you want to place your stop. Okay, manage your risk accordingly right there. And so anyway, another one that I like too that is showing some. Matter of fact, there is one that I introduced on Mr. Dan Fitzpatrick, which of course good news for me. I'm doing work for this guy, and he's a really special guy. I mean, he's a great guy, very down to earth, and you know. Yeah, and he's a mental giant within this field. He's been doing it for a long time, and you know, he knows a lot of people. So, and he's developed his skills very well. But other than that, I mentioned this on his forum, and I actually mentioned it right here. It was around $68, and of course, it moved up harder. You know, but this is, you know, a flat base right here, and more of a what's called a you know, secondary base, flat base right here. Nice volume dry up, huge volume coming out, breaking out to the 52-week highs, and probably going to move higher. Okay, but other than that, I just wanted to show you that. I don't know why, but it's because of the base and the pattern. That pattern is really nice. I like that pattern a lot. TTGT, this one's beautiful right here. Breaks the downtrend line right in here. This downtrend, boom, boom, boom. Snaps through that 50-day moving average. You can tell this stock puts in work right here. Nice rounding bottom coming out right here. Nice rounding bottom, and putting in work on that 150-day moving average. Okay, you know, just there's buying, you know, off of it. You know, there's demand coming right off of it, and that's what you want to see. You want to see that. And so this one's starting to put in work, and we're getting past this pivot point right here at 72.91. And you know, approaching that $75 to $79 level, and once we can get past that, the lid will probably be popped off on this one, and this one will be ready to go out the door. Okay, but anyway, if you're going to place this trade, you know, place it accordingly right here, probably at this low right here of this day, which will be at 68.50. So place it 3 cents below that, so at around 68.47. But other than that, I mean, if you were to take that trade now, that's nearly a 9% risk. If you do your position sizing correctly, you know, you're not going to really be too much in there. So you're not going to have too much in there. So it is what it is. But other than that, I mean, those stocks I really do like. Pay attention to them, and you know, if you do it right, yeah, you're gonna make a lot of money. This market right now has tons of opportunity, and yeah, tons. Matter of fact, here's one that was great to me today. GSAT. So I placed my my stop loss down here at the low at $1.30, around $1.34. Of course, I didn't get stopped out today, but this stock bought it around $1.58, I think it was. So whatever that is, let me see here. Yeah, I'm up today about 18, 18%. Huge volume, massive volume. I don't know what's going to happen with this stock. You know what I would love is if this thing did this right here again. I would be very enthused, very happy. But you know, you never know. Maybe you just never know. So I'll ride the wave, and I'll ride it until it stops. And it's just time to make a lot of money, you know. So, but anyway, I'm gonna leave you on that. I'm tired. My brain's kind of. So, sorry for being a downer if I sound like a downer right now. But you know, it's part of it. So this is hard work. It's a mental game, and it can wear you out. You know, not necessarily physically, you know, but mentally, emotionally, it can wear you out. I know that for a fact, and I know it'll wear you out mentally. Spiritually, it should never wear you out. This is good stuff. It's good for the spirit, you know. Teaches you a lot about yourself, and teaches you whether you have that type of discipline to do these things. So, you know, just tells you who you are. It's pretty interesting, but I love it. And I love teaching it, and I love bringing, you know, these opportunities to the table to y'all. So, something that y'all can give you, you know. You, like the old saying goes, you know, you give a man a fish, and you just feed him for a day, but you teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. And that is very true. So, anyways, I'm just trying to pass the baton. So, before I end the video, thank you again for subscribing and for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment. Like the video. You know, if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to help. Just leave it down below. You know, I can see if I have you know, any comments or whatever. But other than that, thank you again. And like I said, today was you know, just a market update, and that's all we're doing is a market update. I'm gonna be bringing you market updates every day. The market's open. I'm gonna be bringing you know, during the first day or first part of the morning. Be bringing you, you know, stocks that I see that have potential, that are breaking out, you know, and things like that, you know. So other than that, thank you very much for supporting me, for subscribing. Just watching the video means a lot, you know, as you're gonna get a lot of information, and I'm well ahead of things here. Okay, I know for a fact I'm well ahead of things here. Okay. So that's not being cocky, arrogant, whatever you want to say. It's just being me. I know what I'm doing here. You're in good hands. So, other than that, thank you again for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. So here at TSE, we trade in the present, study the past for knowledge, and follow the process of trading to build our future. Thank you again for watching. Opportunities awaits, my friends.